A few nights' sleep later, Guy drove to Rugby in Warwickshire to meet one of his all-time heroes.
It's Cosworth DFV, the most successful Formula 1 engine ever. You maybe don't get excited about engines the same way I do. Yeah, but it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. 155 Grand Prix race wins. So from 68 to 82, in that 14 years, 12 of those championships were won by Cosworth drivers. Hey, that's impressive.
The DFV engine which will power Guy's F1 car has undergone a complete restoration here at Judd Power. At one time, Judd supplied engines for half the Formula 1 grid, and it's a name every motorsport fan knows.
You know idea what Judd stands for? John Judd. Is that right? I met John Judd. What a nice bloke.
Full name is John David Judd, and for my trouble I own the business and control the engineering. Our business is design, build and manufacture of racing engines, and also rebuilding a lot of heritage engines from previous Formula 1 eras. This is
John Judd introduced me to Dan. I didn't know he was called John Judd. I didn't know. I just thought, I wonder why the Judd must be something to do with John. Anyway, John Judd, yeah. Oh, great name. Yeah. Anyway, John introduced me to Dan.
Dan Squire has worked for Judd for 15 years, and his full-time job for 5 months has been restoring Guy's DFV engine.
What a bloke Dan is. Real meticulous, real nice lad. He didn't get sick of my questions. So there's sleeves that the bucket's run in then? And how do you adjust the valve clearance? Can you work in metric as well? Do you check stretch or just seat condition? Would this be a squish-style combustion chamber then? It's quite a flat port though, isn't it? So what valve angle is that? You think that was all taken into account when this engine was designed then?
Guy joined Dan to finish off his painstaking rebuild of the engine, ready for testing.
Do you want me to feel that?
Yeah.
I could see your face thinking that's a bit tight. No,
You're happy
it's
enough?
all right. I know the feeling. You think that's not right. That's what it's all about, having that feel.
You got a bit of feel. Yeah, what do you think about the DFV?
Probably one of the most iconic engines of all time.
Is that right? Fair statement, that.
It is. But it is.
It's a classic design that stood the test of time, and you can't speak too highly of it. In your day, you need to be top, and that's what it was.
With the fuel lines connected, the 5-month engine rebuild was finally finished.
Great experience, an honour to work on the DFV.
That's it.
Ready for the dyno?
Yeah. Go and see what she can do.
Nowhere to hide on the dyno.
Now, the team wanted to measure the engine's power output by revving it at increasing speeds on a dynamometer, or dyno.
It's nerve-wracking. Watching an engine dyno.
The engine that took 1,000 hours to rebuild would now be pushed to its limit.
Could all go horribly wrong. Dan knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he? Putting his workmanship to test. If he's left anything slightly out of place, that thing would just kaboom itself.
Dan couldn't bear to watch.
Where is Dan? Dan had to walk away, he didn't want to hear it. You ready?
Yeah, going to start to push the throttle forward,
Yeah.
and all the way in.
Guy operated the dyno under the guidance of Ron Monteith.
I was bloody nervous, man. It sounded like I was bloody... Oh.
The team hoped to rev the engine past 9,000 RPM without it failing. If it could cope with the stress, then a power output of over 450 HP would be deemed a success.
Yeah, I've got too much mechanical sympathy for engine dyno. That's revving now, wasn't it? It just sounded like it was trying to rip the thing out of the floor. Okay, that's making it bang. Murdering it. That's what we're doing on the dyno, we're trying to break it, trying to break what Dan's done. You know, to push it to the absolute limit, just to make sure it's not going to break. Impressive. That's impressive. And that's what they did.
Switch them both off, and it will stop.
Dan's done a good job. It made great power. It made like 510 horsepower, which is bloody great. Yeah, 10,500 RPM. It's ready now to go in the FW08 for me to give it a bit of a pasting. Yeah, nerve-wracking now.
Once the team were happy the car was running well, it was time for Guy to have his first ever drive in an F1 car.
Well, you're not going to miss me on a dark night, are you? Eh? In my white get-up, yeah. I know, white. I've only to look at it and it'll be mucky, so it won't stay this colour for long. But it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. I'll wash my hands, I'll wash my hands. Now, Bob.
Big day.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll look after him, mate.
I wipe your feet when you get in, so there'll be stones and stuff.
All right.
Just lift your foot up like a horse, that's it. Okay.
Just make sure your manhood's not squashed.
She's all right. He's only a little fella, mate. We're all right. Yeah, nervous. It's priceless, isn't it? Priceless. You know, this isn't for sale. Williams will never sell this car. No. Yeah, no pressure out. I know it's only going up and down a straight track, but it's still a bit nerve-wracking. First run out in a Formula 1 car.
Okay, everybody, clear the way, ready to go.
I got out of the garage, I slipped the clutch a bit. I didn't stall it. Don't start trying to be a hero on your first run out, try and do any burnouts or anything. I'm not going to try and do any of that. I just want to go up and down and get a feel for the car. Fair rasp off it, fairly responsive at the throttle, fairly aggressive. The slightest touch on the throttle and it revs up real sharp. It just sounds really intimidating. We're coming down the boxes a little bit, like Karen was telling me not to use the clutch down the box. It just feels too cruel. That's nice. It's a bit more user-friendly than I was expecting.
But it was all right. Did you get full throttle?
Yeah. Yeah, feels great.
Well, you haven't broken it. Johnny's happy. Feel good? Yes.
The car was checked again.
You all happy with it?
Great.
You ready for another run?
And then Guy went straight back out. And this time, he gave it some beans.
Yeah, it was moving. I was giving it billy-o down there and I thought, you know, the horizon's coming at you at a fair old rate. It's bloody fast. It is bloody fast. I'm honoured to be involved with just with the whole job. Yeah, yes. It's amazing. It's a pretty brilliant day.
As they approach the line, Guy and Jenson form up for a rolling start.
It was great looking across and seeing his eyes and seeing him nervous about driving something that is just so normal to me.
When the lights go out, the race begins.
The lights went off and he lit it up pretty quickly.
And I just thought, let Jenson do whatever he was going to do. Then, right, I'll just try and stick with him.
Followed me through the high speed, right, left.
And then he was away. Yeah, that was about the first and last that I saw of him.
Jenson now pushes to build up as big a lead as he can before his pit stop. And Guy needs to do all he can to keep that gap small.
Had a couple of moments early on. As I got into a high G turn, I felt the car moving. I didn't have enough confidence to push on beyond it. I wasn't going to try and keep with Jenson if I didn't feel comfortable. And I definitely didn't feel comfortable at the pace he was going.
As Jenson comes in for his pit stop, he's already opened up a 10-second gap over Guy. But as Jenson sits in the pit lane, Guy rockets past and takes the lead. Jenson rejoins the track, now 10 seconds behind Guy.
Then we did the little pit stop for me, came out, and then I started catching him. Certain corners I watched him through, and I was like, hey, he's brave. You know, he's pushing it through there.
Cars are pretty similar on speed, but he seemed to have a lot more downforce than what I had, and a lot more skill.
And I caught him in quite a tricky moment. I was like, do I go around the outside and try and overtake him? I was like, yeah. And I looked at the way that he was placing the car, I was like, he hasn't seen me. So I backed out of it.
I didn't know he was there. He's got enough experience, he knew that I hadn't seen him.
And then towed up down the straight into Stowe.
And then he did me on the brakes at the end of the back straight.
And I'm sure he was looking at me going,
Shit. I was a bit quicker then, so I hung on to him for a few more corners from then on, and then he was gone again. But his car just looked like it was sucked to the floor. Don't try and do what he's doing. You're not in the same league as him. Just keep on doing what you're doing. If you haven't crashed it, you're doing something right. If I'd have pushed beyond that, we'd have been digging around the gravel.
Jenson takes the checkered flag. But Guy has impressed everyone.
For a first go, and in front of all these people, he did really well.
He was sensible, he built up the speed, he looked good out on track.
Excellent, in a word. A perfect way to end everything that we've done with Guy over these past few months.
I hope he enjoyed it. I hope he learnt a lot.
I'll go to sleep tonight happy that I couldn't have done any more. But I'm a bloody racer, and I'm always thinking, right, shoulda, woulda, coulda.